So this is like a perfect example of a hand that I would not keep at the Pro Tour, but might be okay for real life. I don't think it's really keepable. This is a perfect example of a hand that would be absolutely absurd if I just got a free roll at hitting a second land. It's just so absurd how much easier it makes it for me. Ooh, Teamer. Well, cool. I hit the land. I would have kept it on top. Probably just like straight up Teamer too with those cards. Get in that 1 damage, please. Trying to think if there's like a what's the card? Zealous Defender from ooh, playing against Jeskai Ascendancy. Okay, time to race. Let's do some math. Play if I hit a land is definitely Xenagos plus Shaman. Is there a Teamer control deck I'm forgetting about? Definitely Xenagos. That card is just so good. The question is if I play Rattleclaw here. I don't think I do. I think I'm supposed to just get Kraken. Whoa, no, misclick. Pressed F6 too many times. Too excited to F6. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nope. I have enough. I get to fight that morph, which is probably a Rattleclaw. I choose my target. What? Ah, come on. Where am I missing my stops? Okay. I need to stop doing that. I hope I just win anyways, despite missing 4 damage on clicks. Maybe I'm just setting up to Shaman. Maybe that's what I want to do. Oh, digging. Okay. I guess there's a chance I die next turn. My opponent has to have like Mana Dork plus Ascendancy off of that. That's green. Carry to. Yep. Could easily die next turn. Yeah, that 4 damage would not have put our opponent at lethal. Just doing math. I'm just supposed to Shaman plus no Whisperwood. I actually should have added a Rattleclaw to the board too. That was a mistake. And let's see if I get another turn. Okay. Still have a shot, is what you're saying. In theory, I could still be dead. My opponent could actually go Ascendancy. Yeah. Okay. In theory, I could have been dead there, but I'm not. So it doesn't really matter. Um, two attackers. I have enough blockers. I will add a bunch of mana to my mana pool. Pretty sure I hit 11 here. Yep. Okay, now I will attack with all. Okay, well, yeah, that's what this deck does. Makes a bunch of stuff. So, I beat this matchup at the Pro Tour without Unravels, but seems a little bit easier when I get to do that to them. So I get to board in these 5. These are the racing cards. These are the interactive cards. Death Mist, where are you? You are terrible. Get out of my deck. Kind of want to board out a Genesis Hydra. I don't think that card is great when I'm on the race mode. I'm also boarding in another Hydrop. Might just board out 2. I'd rather just bash hard. This looks pretty good. I like Atarka because it still kills them super fast and still interacts with, like, Rattleclaws or whatever. I don't like Roast because I think their creatures are typically just like Rattleclaws, Carried Heads, and maybe like Den Protectors or something. Because that can actually still go off with Briber's Purse and Retraction Helix. Yeah, we had Elvish Mystic that game. It's just cheating. Pelucranos is still good. Hits hard, hits fast. Xenagos is great. Whisperwood's great. Yeah, sure. I was pretty scared. I thought I would be losing the game that turn. However, my opponent's deck is not the most consistent, and I know I like this deck a little bit when we were testing early on, but maybe I just didn't understand the issues with it. Ugh. Do I keep or do I ship? This was the Pro Tour I'd ship, but I think this is acceptable. I'm drawing to like a bunch of cards. That is not one of them. So the line is lead on Caryatid. Maybe I should have just fetched on principle of like the life doesn't matter in this matchup and I can get that card out of my deck. Interesting. Well, regardless of what I draw, this is the same amount of damage next turn. This is how I punted that match, or almost punted that game in this exact matchup at the Pro Tour. I was playing this Rattleclaw this turn. But the difference is I'm a mana short here. So really, if I draw Nissa next turn, my goal here is going to be to cast it. And I can't do that if I Shaman, or I can't do that while also leaving up a land. So I'm going to crack this fetch and just jam my turn 4 Tarka and hope my opponent dies very quickly to it. So worth noting, Rattleclaw Mystic does actually use the stack, oddly enough, which was that whole... There was like some ruling in top 8 involving Rattleclaw Mystic and announcing it and mana, and all I know is basically what happened is someone tried to say that their opponent missed the Rattleclaw trigger because they didn't state floating mana after it resolved. But I think that by taking their next game action and demonstrating that the ability clearly had resolved, like if I was the judge in that spot and someone who has a pretty good assessment of those kinds of things, I would would have definitely ruled in the favor of the person who was getting the Rattleclaw mana there. Well, I may only have one turn to live. I don't think that card does anything here. Anyways, that was my rant on that. Basically, the ruling was made correctly. Yeah, Whisperwood, I don't... Like, my opponent's either killing me this turn or dying next turn to my attackers or playing another creature, which also really shouldn't matter too much. Yeah, I'm probably dead. Dig through time? Yeah, if I survive... Oh, they exiled their Altar of the Brood? Uh-oh. F6. Please demonstrate a kill. So yeah, basically, that whole trigger thing, I would file that under similar to like not. I guess there's a visible impact on the board of the mana floating, but they have acknowledged it before anyone has passed priority. I think like if you played to the exact letter of the rules, there might be a case for calling that invalid, but I will force my opponent to show me the second altar. Oh, okay. Trying to figure out how they're killing me this turn. So they have an Ascendancy in hand. That doesn't bother me. Sure. Yeah, there's usually only one altar in these lists. Playing 2 crappy kill condition. Yep, okay. Yep. Easy enough. Yeah, so like they can only really play like playing 2 crappy kill conditions is really awkward. And that's what the reclaim's for, is because that card's actually useful, but you exiled it, which is probably where the game was lost, was on that point. I find it hard to believe that my opponent did not have the Helix to go infinite there. Yeah, so we just raced a combo deck that features Jeskai Ascendancy and Treasure Cruise and Dig Through Time and all sorts of cards. Like, this deck can play up to 8 cards that are banned in Legacy, or, well, I guess Dig Through Time's not yet banned in Legacy, but it should be. Banned in Modern, we'll say. Like, that's just silly. This deck's just so fast. I mean, I guess technically that was like a turn 6 kill, but it's just a lot of pressure this deck puts your opponent under, just out of nowhere. And by out of nowhere, I mean out of the world of Elvish Mystic into Whisperwood into, geez, these cards kill fast.